In this section, we're going to cover how to hold a cat for a blood draw. And remember that we really want to practice less is more when it comes to restraining cats. If I immediately started holding this cat down and getting really rough with it, it's going to get defensive and the claws are going to come out. I also don't believe in immediately just wrapping this cat in a towel before we've even tried anything. That also tells the cat and the owner that the cat needs to be on its defense and needs to be scared, and it doesn't look good to the owner. We want to be comfortable around cats and talk to the cats and treat them just like we're as comfortable with them as we are with dogs. So this cat is not showing me any reason to give it any more restraint than I need to. Of course, that doesn't mean that we let a cat go run loose and pecco. So obviously, if you've got to use more restraint, you will. And if it's already hissing and trying to scratch you in the carrier, then we're not going to restrain it in this technique. Okay, so for a blood draw, there's a couple different places the veterinarian may want to get blood from a cat. Depending on how big it is, they may be able to go and get blood from the leg, just like you do from a dog. So if the veterinarian is going to try a leg, then again, you just put your thumb in the elbow, roll outward, and the vet will wipe down this area with alcohol. Same situation, you are going to hold the cat and have the cat against you unless the cat tells you he needs more restraint by starting to growl. You've got control of the head, so he's not going to bite anybody. He can still scratch, so you have to pay attention to his body movements if he's tensing up and if he's laying his ears back or growling. But right now this cat's not upset at all, so why treat it like it is? So we're just going to hold the head so he can't bite and roll that vein outwards. Okay? Now, another way that the veterinarian may want to take blood is from the neck. It's a little bit difficult, but some vets are really, really good at this. So if that's the case, they're going to direct you to hold on to the front paws, bring him to the front of the table, or an edge of the table, and you're going to grab the cat from on top of the head. You're going to grab the cheekbones below the eyes and pull his head straight up. Then you're also going to pull his front legs down, and the veterinarian will get blood that way. Okay, so you're off the edge of the table, you're holding the front legs, and you've got a hold of the head. Now, this is a really good cat, and some cats will let you get away with that, but this cat hasn't growled or hissed or shown any kind of resentment, so that's something we can do with this cat. Again, less is more. You only use the amount of restraint necessary for what the cat is telling you. The most common way to restrain a cat to get blood is so the veterinarian can use a vein that runs on the inside of the back leg. To do that, you have to lay the cat out on the table and expose that vein on the back leg. So you warn the client of exactly what you're going to do. You tell them, ma'am, we're going to use a vein on the inside of the back leg. I'm going to lay your cat down on his side, and they may cry or meow, but we're not hurting him, we're just laying him on his side. So that's how you explain it to the owner, and always be upfront with the owner. This is what I'm going to do, so they know what to expect. To accomplish this, you scruff the cat, okay? This is how the mom held the kittens when they were little. They picked them up by the scruff. This is an innate signal to the cat to be still, because that's what the kittens did when the mom was taking care of them, and she'd carry them this way. So you get a good hold of that neck scruff, okay? Now the backbone of the cat, you may want to swing over here, camera. The backbone of the cat is going to be running along your arm. So you're going to use your arm, the length of your arm, to stabilize this cat. So you scruff him a lot, okay? Pick him up, and you grab his two rear feet. Now my arm is running along his backbone, okay? You lay him on his side, and you instantly stretch him out so that his head is pointing away from the vet who's going to be here getting blood from a rear leg. So the head's up here. He can't bite you. He got complete control of the front end of this cat. Because you're stretching him out this way, his backbone is along your arm and his feet are that way, he also can't scratch somebody standing back here. Okay? So you're going to grab his tail and the upper leg, and you're going to hold it in your hand. And with this part of your hand, you're going to press down in the groin to put pressure on that inside vein. The veterinarian is going to pull this lower leg and put alcohol so the vein is exposed. So cat, if you'll pull this lower leg to demonstrate this, I think we're getting blood from a cat. Camera, you probably want to swing over here. And you may even want to zoom in close on this. Now again, I got complete control of the front end of the cat. There's no way this cat is going to be able to bite her or scratch her because I'm pointing it that way. I've got the up top leg and the tail in my hand. I'm using the heel of my hand here to press down in this groin and put pressure on the vein. Now, camera, if you want to zoom in, Kat will point out the vein to you, and you'll know as the vet assistant when you see that pop up that you're holding the cat correctly.
You can see the blood vessel right there.
Okay? She's running that needle tip along the top so you can see that blood vessel. Now, obviously, this cat hasn't growled, hissed, moved, anything. So why do we want to treat it like it's being mean when it's not? Okay? Now, most cats are going to meow when they're held down this way, and again, you've warned the owner that the cat may complain from being restrained, but we're not hurting him. Okay? And that's restraint for a cat. Remember, less is more. You only use as much restraint as the cat is telling you it needs. And that's it.